feeling weaker at 60, 70, or 80. Don't sit still. Start with these 5 movements. As we get older, have you noticed that your body just doesn't respond the way it used to? Simple things like going for a walk feel slower. Getting out of bed takes more effort. And it might even seem like your energy is quietly slipping away, day by day. It's easy to chalk it all up to aging, to believe it's just something we have to accept as part of getting older. But here's the truth, you don't have to settle for that. It's never too late to rebuild your strength, regain your mobility, and feel more energized, all without spending a fortune or making huge, overwhelming changes to your life. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple yet powerful habits that can completely transform how you feel and move starting today. These aren't drastic overhauls. They are intentional, small changes that compound over time to deliver big, lasting results. And why should you stick around to the very end? Because the last 2 tips I'll share are game changers. They have the power to breathe new energy into your day and reshape your routine in ways you might not expect. Whether your goal is to stay independent, move more freely, or just feel better every single day, these habits are exactly what you need. This video isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. So don't go anywhere. Trust me, your future self will be so glad you watched this. Before we dive in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the valuable content I share here. Your support truly means the world to me. And if you find this video helpful, please like it and share it with someone else who might benefit too. And hey, if this topic speaks to you, drop a 1 in the comments below. If not quite what you expected, feel free to comment 0 so I know how to improve and create even better videos for you in the future. Now, let's get started. 1. Sleep, the free but forgotten medicine of old age. Have you ever wondered why sleep seems harder to come by as you get older? Or why, after a full night in bed, you still wake up feeling groggy, sluggish, or like your mind is wrapped in a thin fog? Sleep, something we often take for granted, is actually one of the most vital components of maintaining whole body health after 60. And yet, many older adults assume poor sleep is just an inevitable part of aging. Here's the truth, it's not. It's often the result of a lifestyle that's been a little too modernized. According to studies from Harvard Medical School and the journal Neurology, older adults who sleep less than 6 hours a night are 32% more likely to develop Alzheimer's within 10 years. Poor sleep doesn't just affect memory and thinking. It also increases inflammation, throws off blood sugar regulation, raises the risk of belly fat, high blood pressure, and even cancer. When you don't sleep deeply, your cortisol, the stress hormone, stays elevated. At the same time, your body suppresses leptin and ghrelin, the hormones that regulate hunger and fullness. The result? You wake up cranky, emotionally fragile, overly hungry, and exhausted all day. Even worse, over time, you can get stuck in a vicious cycle. Poor sleep, fatigue, less activity, weight gain, anxiety, even worse, sleep. Grace, 72, was a sharp-minded retired teacher when I first met her. But lately, she felt mentally foggy, forgetful, and easily irritated with her husband. Her blood tests were fine. But when I asked a little deeper, she admitted to staying up late on her iPad and struggling to fall back asleep after waking at 2 or 3 a.m. We didn't prescribe sleeping pills. Instead, we created a bedtime ritual. Power off all screens by 9 p.m. Turn on soft amber lights. Take magnesium glycinate. Go for a light walk before bed. After just 3 weeks, Grace told me, I didn't realize that just sleeping better could make me feel this young again. Even her husband started following her routine. To improve your sleep, start by rebuilding your environment, routine, and mindset around rest. 1. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Turn off all bright white lights and use soft, warm lighting. Remove TVs and phones from the bedroom. Keep the room cool, 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, is ideal for melatonin production. 2. Establish a calming nighttime routine. Take a warm bath 30 minutes before bed. Sip on chamomile tea, or boil Vong Nam leaves if you're in Vietnam. Write down 3 things you're grateful for to calm the mind. 3. Consider gentle supplements, if needed. Magnesium glycinate relaxes muscles and nerves without dependency. L-theanine, a natural amino acid in green tea that helps calm the brain. Melatonin, if needed, start low 0.3 mg, not 3 milligrams. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's your built-in nightly therapy. Don't accept insomnia as an unavoidable part of aging. Sleep is your silent doctor, free every night. It restores your cells, strengthens your memory, regulates your emotions, and most importantly, helps you stay you. Not just to live longer but to live awake and aware. So, how long did you sleep last night? And how do you feel this morning? That might just be the most important health check-in you've been missing. Because sleep isn't something that's nice to have. It's a powerful, full-body healing therapy that no pill can replace. So tonight, give yourself the gift of real rest. You deserve it at any age. 2. Sitting too much, the silent thief stealing your independence hour by hour. You've probably heard that smoking is one of the leading causes of early death. But did you know that sitting for too long, something that seems completely harmless, is now being called the new smoking by health experts? Whether you're watching the evening news, reading the paper, or scrolling through your phone, these seemingly innocent activities can become silent triggers for serious health decline, especially if done for long stretches without movement. The scary part? You might not notice the damage until it's too late. When you sit for too long, especially day after day, blood circulation slows, making your legs more prone to swelling and blood clots. Muscles weaken, particularly in your thighs and glutes, key muscle groups for walking and balance. Bone density drops, because your bones aren't receiving the weight-bearing pressure they need to stay strong. Your brain gets less oxygen, leading to slower thinking, poor focus, and a higher risk of depression and cognitive decline. Your metabolism slows, which leads to more belly fat, insulin resistance, and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. A study published in JAMA showed that each extra hour of sitting per day increases the risk of early death in older adults by 12%. Meanwhile, the Nurses' Health Study, which followed over 17,000 women over age 70, found that those who walked regularly reduced their risk of cognitive decline by 41%. Daniel is an older gentleman who lives alone and loves watching the evening news. From 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., he barely moved from his sofa. He had leg swelling, prediabetes, and often complained of feeling sluggish. So I gave him a simple challenge: every time a commercial came on, walk to the window and back. That's it. It sounded easy, but after just 3 months, Daniel no longer needed compression socks. His blood sugar stabilized. And he told me, "I don't need a gym. I just needed a reason to remind my body to get up." To undo the effects of too much sitting, you don't have to run marathons or sign up for dance class. What you need are little movement habits that fit naturally into your everyday life. Set a timer every hour to stand up and walk around for 1 to 2 minutes. Watching TV? Do 5 squats every time you change the channel. Brushing your teeth? March in place like you're in a parade. Finished cooking? Turn on your favorite song and shrug your shoulders to the beat. Keep resistance bands next to your chair and stretch your arms and legs while listening to the radio. Your body doesn't care whether you're at the gym or in your living room, it just needs you not to stay still for too long. As a geriatric doctor with over 25 years of experience, I can tell you this: nothing accelerates physical decline in older adults more than sitting too much and moving too little. Every time you stand up, you push back one step against the aging process. Jeff Bezos once said, "Life is the sum of the small choices we make over and over again." Movement is the same. You don't need to go big. You just need to go often. So, how long have you been sitting without standing up? And what's really keeping you in that chair? Every step you take, even if it's just from the living room to the balcony, is a step toward freedom, mental clarity, and life itself. Don't wait until someone has to help you stand. Start standing up for yourself today. 3. Sunshine, the overlooked prescription-free medicine most seniors are missing. When was the last time you took a morning stroll and let the sunlight gently touch your skin? In today's modern lifestyle, we spend far too much time indoors, especially as we age. Glass windows, air conditioning, endless screens, they've slowly disconnected us from one of the most vital biological rhythms we have, our connection to natural sunlight. And what we're losing in the process, quietly, but seriously, isn't just light. It's life. Sunlight isn't just light, it's fuel for your body. When UVB rays from sunlight hit your skin, your body starts making vitamin D3, which acts more like a hormone than a vitamin. It plays a critical role in absorbing calcium and maintaining strong bones, regulating your immune system, fighting infections, and even helping prevent cancer, stabilizing mood by boosting serotonin, supporting muscle function and coordination. But after age 60, your skin loses about 50% of its ability to produce vitamin D naturally. That's why nearly 70% of adults over 65 are deficient, according to research from Mayo Clinic and Harvard Health. When your body doesn't get enough sunlight, bone loss increases, raising your risk of fractures. Your immune system weakens, making it harder to fight infections. You may experience sleep problems and unexplained depression. You feel chronically tired, low in energy, and disconnected from life. Lucia, age 73, came to my office feeling drained. She had a dull, persistent backache, a dark cloud over her mood, and had been sleeping poorly for months. Scans showed no serious disease, but her blood work revealed her vitamin D level was just 15 ng/ml, well below the optimal level of 30 ng/ml or higher. We started simple. A 15-minute morning walk, no sunglasses, no full skin coverage. A daily vitamin D3 supplement, 2000 IU, under medical supervision. 2 months later, Lucia came back with a glow on her face. It's like I've woken up from a 5-year fog. I want to garden again. I want to laugh more. I want to live. All from stepping outside. You don't need a beach trip to soak up the benefits. You can start right on your front porch or balcony. Go outside in the early morning, before 10:30 a.m., when UVB rays are gentle but still effective. Don't sit behind glass. Sunlight through a window doesn't contain UVB, so your body can't make vitamin D. Expose your arms, legs, or face for 10 to 15 minutes a day. Skip sunscreen during this brief time. Just be cautious and use a mineral sunscreen if you're staying out longer. If you live in a cloudy or low sunlight area, consider vitamin D3 supplements, usually 1000 to 2000 IU/day, but always check with your doctor and get a blood test first. Someone once asked Elon Musk, "What's the most profitable investment you've made?" He said, "Energy, and the most powerful energy source is still the Sunday." In medicine, I've found the same to be true. There's no energy source more natural, free, or effective than sunlight for your immune system, hormones, and even your will to live. Have you gotten enough sunlight this week? Or is the lack of light quietly draining your joy and you don't even realize it? Sometimes happiness isn't found in a pill. It's found in that quiet moment when you step outside, lift your face to the sun, take a deep breath, and remember, you're still alive and life is still full of meaning. For strong legs, strong life, the secret to aging well isn't in a pill, it's in your thigh muscles. Have you ever wondered why some people are still climbing stairs at 85, while others need a walker in their early 70s? The answer isn't age, it's leg strength. In geriatric medicine, we often say, older adults don't fall because they are old. They fall because their legs are weak. Starting around age 40, the body begins to lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. Without regular activity, by the time you hit 70, you could lose up to 30% of your muscle strength, especially in the thighs, hips, and glutes. These are the muscles that keep you standing tall, walking, sitting down, and getting back up. When your legs get weak, climbing a step feels like a mountain. Squatting to pick something up becomes impossible. Even walking a short distance leaves you breathless. And most importantly, you start losing your independence, relying on others for mobility, hygiene, and daily living. According to the CDC, falls are the leading cause of fatal injuries for Americans over 65. And most falls don't begin with a misstep, they start with weak, unstable legs. Ronald used to be the cheerful grandpa who walked to the corner store every day. But then, he started slowing down. Getting up from a chair became harder. He needed to hold onto the rail just to stand. His daughter, a nurse, noticed the early signs of leg muscle decline. So together, they began a simple home routine, 10 minutes of leg exercises a day, using just a sturdy chair and resistance bands. By week 4, Ronald was climbing stairs without help. By week 8, he walked to the post office on his own for the first time in 2 years. "I thought I was just getting old," he said with a relieved smile. "But I was really just getting weak. Now I'm getting strong again." You don't need a gym. You just need to start every day. No fancy equipment. No personal trainer. Just simple movements done consistently. Chair squats. Sit down and stand back up from a sturdy chair, 10 times. Wall calf raises. Rise onto your toes. Hold for 3 seconds. Lower down. Repeat 15 times. Seated leg extensions. Sit tall. Straighten one leg. Hold for 5 seconds. Switch sides. Resistance band push-outs. While seated, loop a resistance band around your foot and press out like pedaling. One leg balance. Stand on one foot with a chair for support. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day, and you'll start feeling your body wake up in your thighs, your knees, your heart, and even your breath. I've seen patients who were nearly wheelchair-bound regain the ability to do things they thought they had lost forever. Walk to the bathroom on their own. Stand up to hug their grandkids. Step out onto the balcony to watch the sunset. Jeff Bezos is investing billions into space technology to help people live longer. But for older adults, I believe the most valuable investment is right here on Earth. Investing in your legs is investing in your freedom. So, when was the last time you stood up without holding onto something? Have you been slowly getting used to weakness instead of actively reclaiming your strength? Every time you rise on your own, you're telling life, I'm still in control. And it all starts with your legs, the foundation of your freedom and dignity. 5. Gentle movement, the bridge between aging and a life fully lived. Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling stiff, low in energy, and dreading the simple act of getting out of bed? After 60, many people assume that joint pain, stiffness, or anxiety are just part of getting older. But here's the good news. There's a gentle, drug-free, low-effort way to reawaken your body's vitality, and it doesn't require fancy equipment or a gym membership. It's called yoga and tai chi. With age, we gradually lose balance, flexibility, and strength, which increases the risk of falls, injuries, depression, and dependency. But what's even more alarming is this: many people lose their sense of connection to their own bodies. When your knees creak, your spine feels stiff, and your breath grows short, it's easy to think, I'm just not myself anymore. But here's the truth. Aging may slow your recovery, but it doesn't stop your body from healing if you give it the chance. Recent research published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that just 12 weeks of Tai Chi significantly improved memory, reduced anxiety, and enhanced sleep quality in older adults. Meanwhile, the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society reports that yoga can reduce fall risk by 34%, boost flexibility by 31%, improve sleep quality by 25%. Ethel, a senior from Wisconsin, used to suffer from chronic hip pain, had fallen in the bathroom, and struggled with seasonal anxiety. At first, she dismissed the idea of yoga. I'm not flexible at all, she told me. So we introduced her to chair yoga, a gentle practice that doesn't require bending or twisting, just breathing and listening to your body. 3 months later, Ethel came back glowing. I'm not afraid of bedtime anymore. I sleep better, my pain is less, and my mind feels clearer. Now, she even teaches her routine to neighbors, spreading the joy like someone who's rediscovered herself. You just need a quiet space and a willingness to begin. Simple Tai Chi movements. Open and close the door. Slowly extend your arms outward and bring them back in rhythm with your breath. Parting the horse's mane, shift your weight gently, coordinating hands, feet, and breath in one flowing motion. Chair Yoga Basics. Seated cat-cow stretch. Sit tall, arch and round your back gently to awaken your spine. Chair Warrior Pose, a seated version of warrior, building strength in your legs. Savasana with deep breathing. Close your eyes, relax fully, and focus on each breath. In over 20 years of studying geriatric health and the mind-body connection, I've seen this one truth. Seniors who practice mindful movement live not just longer but deeper. They are less anxious, more grounded, and less defined by their age. They may move slowly, but they move with purpose. As Oprah Winfrey once said, "I've learned that stillness is not the absence of something, it's the presence of everything." Yoga and Tai Chi are that stillness. The sacred space where body, mind, and spirit come back together. Have you ever listened to your body not through a diagnosis or complaint but through a slow, conscious breath or gentle stretch? Aging doesn't mean retreating from life. It's an invitation to slow down so you can live more fully. And every journey back to a life well lived can begin with one intentional breath. Here's the truth: poor sleep doesn't come with flashing red lights. It whispers. It shows up as foggy thinking, fragile emotions, stiff joints, and a sense that your days are just getting heavier. But you are not meant to drift into old age half awake. You are meant to rise each day with clarity, strength, and purpose. Sleep is not a luxury, it's your silent doctor, showing up night after night, ready to repair, restore, and remind your body of its incredible capacity to heal. So here's your action plan starting tonight. 1. Turn off all screens at least an hour before bed. 2. Dim your lights, play soft music, and try a cup of calming herbal tea. 3. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. 4. Lie down in a cool, quiet room and let go. That's it. Small steps, done consistently. Because healing doesn't have to be dramatic, it just has to be intentional. As Oprah Winfrey once said, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. And that life begins not with doing more but with resting well. So tonight, don't just go to bed. Give yourself permission to truly rest. You deserve that at every age.